So, out of most people in the NBA offseason, the best possible strategy was Chicago Bulls get better talent. Is that really fair? Al-Farouq Aminu, Thaddeus Young, Thomas Satorensky, that's been a long-time Chicago Bull, for DeMar DeRozan over a future up-and-coming cap for $26 million, picking up over Lonzo Ball for oh man, and Alex Caruso over 8 over a future cap size for youthful talent. Well, more experienced but youthful talent because we know how much Lonzo Ball's kind of already been in the league for quite a while now. DeMar DeRozan has shown himself to be athletic slashing wing that has his experience, but hasn't been an all-star for a long time. But his offensive abilities kind of fit that style of Eastern Conference. So it's kind of nice seeing him in the Chicago Bulls uniform because I felt like he was doing nothing as a Spur. And Alex Caruso. So it looks like LA is spreading more into, you know, experienced talent, what I'm hearing from most of the reports. And now I'm meddling over a young, defensive minded, big depth piece like Alex Caruso and a great basketball IQ, productive assist making, great guy to have with an athletic player. Lonzo Ball, and a great scorer like DeMar DeRozan. Don't know how much his athletic ability can do at 31. We know that we haven't seen his peak ability since like his first 2 seasons as a Spur. And now that there's no LaMarcus Aldridge and now the Spurs are now ground one, I know DeMar DeRozan wants his talents elsewhere. And why not? Where Zach LaVine is thriving over up the court, you have Kobe White that kind of now needs better ball handling. He needs to get his role on the bench. Nikola Vucevic, perfect. Decent average big that's been an all-star before. Thaddeus Young, good depth piece. Troy Brown Jr., don't know. Patrick Williams. Most of these guys are still over on rookie deals, while there's a bird's rights on Nikola Vucevic over his trade where he had with the Orlando Magic, where they thought of getting rid of everybody. But just knowing, like, there's average depth pieces here with a hint of veteranship, like Al-Farouq Aminu, Vucevic, that's prime age still, and DeMar DeRozan, when you still have young talent like Kobe White, Levine, Sadaremski, and now he's going to the Pelicans. I don't mind this. This is a sacrifice over future cap, especially the 14 million like outgoing. I don't know how much cap hell that's gonna be because I'm not that big over with financial numbers when it comes to cap space. Literally, like if you tell me about finances going that way, the it's only gonna go to stuff like 2K, my league, or some crap. I'm not that experienced with that type of information. So mind you, if I don't feel like 10 million going over the window is gonna drop from the 26 million coming from DeRozan's contract. Don't know how much of a big way deal this is going because it looks like they just got rid of Thad Young and Al-Farouq Aminu for a declining All-Star. So don't know how much that's gonna spread over to the depth piece because I know they're probably gonna start Lonzo Ball because how amazing he's been doing over with Zion Williamson, and DeMar DeRozan still could be pretty finishing win. I don't know how he's gonna play like because usually guys his ability that kind of declined over athleticism and don't have much to overtake a game probably gonna play like Dwayne Wade when he was in Chicago. Not saying like that was a complete bad thing, but he really had to utilize when there's no athleticism going for him. He has to play more of a system role, even though the offense is not going to revolve around him. But now the offense revolves around Zach LaVine. And getting a great ball passer and two guys that could finish around the court while shooting, that's DeRozan and LaVine. I feel like this was pretty good picks for Chicago Bulls. I think a couple teams dropped the ball on missing out on two former Lakers now. And I thought DeMar would be a future Laker, but this doesn't seem to be coming into the plans because of his contract, and that they already got a good all-around scoring point guard like Russell Westbrook for the bare minimum. Well, not really the bare minimum, but still kind of a more popular and more productive player. Even though I feel like they're still not going to make it to the NBA Finals, and that's just my opinion. You see how the Lakers even did, even when they had their team in full strength. So you're telling me now, all because Westbrook is there, is that really going to improve the team? Good. The only positive that did was get that cancer Kyle Kuzma off. I'm not saying that he's a shit human being. I'm saying that he's been shit consistently. That's a big difference. Nothing against Kyle Kuzma. And he took the trade well, that he should, because know your place. Rodney Hood got waived by Toronto this week. I didn't even know he was still in Toronto. Ricky Rubio got traded to the Cavaliers for Tarion Prince. And if you didn't know Tarion Prince, he was a big portion of that three-way James Harden trade involving Karis LeVert and Jaren Jackson going to three different teams, especially Karis LeVert. That was a big one because was one of those productive youth players involving D'Angelo Russell, and now he's in Indianapolis. Jared Allen is now still in Cleveland, and now Tarion Prince is moving over to Minnesota, where they're kind of still rolling over with depth pieces, and Rubio really hasn't been producing well in his return to Minnesota. There wasn't even that much buzz when he came back. Nobody brought up over highlights of how he was when he was with Kevin Love and a whole lot of white people. So that just shows you the love they have for Ricky Rubio. Corey Joseph also been waived. So has Tyler Cook. And just knowing that most of these are going on right now just shows you how like unpredictable still the NBA offseason is, even though like a whole lot of people still don't want to watch most of the other games unless they're prime time. I mean, it'd be damned to know how much certain NBA teams are still willing to go to sacrifice for some semblance of name value. Some semblance of name value to still feel like DeMar DeRozan is still a worth piece to be wasting. It's still 20s of millions of dollars of getting. Miami as well. We got Kyle Lowry. So I'll make a future video on that. Have somebody else to discuss most of the other offseason stuff going around the NBA, and we'll have some NFL news. That'll be in a future video. We'll make a podcast going over it. I bet it'll be formatted differently from how I do things because because I'm not always so keen on having a big conversation when there's a whole lot of sports stuff going on in one day. So I just want to go over it if a two-man job. So hopefully we get this video through and we get a whole lot of work done and make this channel actually flourish. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching this Sideline Production Podcast. Love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching.